I am 32 years old, 31, going to be 32 in 9 days, 190 pounds, 5'11", very active, love exercising, love working out, and 3-sport athlete in high school.
What were your sports?
Football, volleyball, and track against my will.
Wow. Well, track, if you play football, they make you play run track, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, any injuries in football growing up?
Never.
Okay.
I would make the pizza party every single year for not having missed a practice. And
because it's all about the pizza, right?
It is. And you know, I had one incident where I had a really big collision and I had trouble getting up from it. And believe it or not, I think that's where my problems initiated.
Sure. And we treat a lot of former Chicago Bears, and a lot of that, you know, same thing, right?
Oh yeah.
And so what brought you here?
So I've been dealing with back pain for maybe 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I could trace it all the way back to high school, but in college it was exacerbated. Mm-hmm. And there would be mornings when I wouldn't be able to stand up straight when I would wake up.
Wow.
And it would take me 15-20 minutes just to stand up straight.
Yeah.
And from there, I started developing a little bit of the sciatica, the pain running down the leg.
And this is 15 years ago.
This is when I was a sophomore in college. So
sure.
I'm about 19 years old, and everything was free. So I went into the medical clinic and I got an MRI.
Right.
And she diagnosed me. I had a trifecta. I had a herniated disc, a bulging disc, and a protruding. Yeah.
Wow, that is the trifecta.
And I know.
Sciatica.
Oh, yeah, and sciatica came a little bit later.
Sure.
And you know, it would be fine for periods of time,
mm-hmm.
and then I would go through an episode, and the episode would last anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. Mm-hmm. And it was bad. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to stand up straight in the mornings. I'd be hunched over.
Right.
And I have tried everything. I've been to chiropractors. I've done the needles.
Injections, yeah.
Well, yeah, I also got the cortisone shot.
Okay.
But acupuncture, there it is.
Right.
And
physical therapy?
Physical therapy. I had a cousin who was a weightlifter, and he was doing more than I was in terms of lifting weights.
Sure.
You know, deadlifts. He was doing the CrossFit thing, and he injured his back.
Yeah.
And he came here, and you guys completely healed him.
Right.
Maybe not this location, but
where did he go? Do you know?
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter.
But I just remember the Illinois Back Institute.
Right.
So I had that in the back of my mind for a good couple years.
Sure.
And I said I wanted to go here, but at first my insurance wasn't covering it.
Okay.
And I had an HMO, and I knew that I had to get out of it. But I had to wait for Obamacare and all this stuff to end, and the annual enrollment period.
Sure.
And I got on a PPO with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and the first thing I did in the beginning of the year was call up the Back Institute. I came here, I had my MRIs, I had everything. I was ready to go on the first day that I was here.
Right.
And I tell my friends now that it's a real powerful feeling to envision something for a long time and then to come here and to see it through.
Right.
And every time I get on that treadmill and I get strapped in and they put on the vest and I start walking, I can't tell you what it feels like to dream about this and then to see it through and now to be on the path towards recovery.
Right.
So this is my first time meeting you.
That's awesome.
And I told you...
And it's nice to meet you.
Likewise. And I said that today was the second day that I'm pain-free. And one of my favorite traditions that I didn't even know about until it actually happened was they ring a bell if you come in and you say that your pain is 0. And everyone comes out of the woodworks to come in and congratulate you. But think about that. In 15 years, I've gotten up every single day and I've been at least a level 1 or a level 2 pain, sometimes a level 8 if I can't stand up straight. And
for 15 years.
For 15 years, without fail, you know, and I blame it on everything. I blame it on my bed. I get a harder mattress. Maybe I picked up a weight off the floor and I did it wrong, and I used you just blame everything. But the truth is that you're just broken on the inside. Truth be told, I feel like I'm about 80 to 85% healed, and you know, if I search for it deep down, I can still feel that the disc is a little bit misshaped, or
Sure.
maybe it's still slightly protruding.
Right.
I'm
You know, it's interesting when you've had it that long, how intuitive your body is about what's happening.
no question.
Yeah.
No question. You learn how to do things, and you don't use your back at all. You actually protect it.
Yeah.
And the muscles will tighten up there. I mean, under no circumstances would I ever bend down and use my back, because I've pulled it out and, you know, have been in excruciating pain for weeks at a time.
Right.
And you don't even know what triggers it. I mean, I'm telling you, I would be at the peak of physical shape, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Right.
Just the disc brushing up against the nerve, and you're debilitated.
Right. Now, how long did you have sciatica?
Sciatica, I didn't have for a very long period of time.
Okay.
It was when things were at their worst.
Sure.
I would say that I had back pain, and this is after I found out that I had, you know, the 3 issues with the discs.
Right.
And I would say that I had back pain, but I didn't have sciatica.
Right.
And then when it was at its worst, I started getting sciatica on both sides.
Got it.
All of this equipment is state of the art, and if you can show people that you're doing things here that they're not going to be able to do at a chiropractor or at an acupuncturist or at any of these physical therapy centers, that you're doing something different. And I didn't understand it at first, but you strap on a vest, and the vest is triple guarded so that it holds its place well, and then you lift up the upper body and elongate the spine, and this is considered disc rehydration. I mean, this is just stuff that I hear when I'm walking on the treadmill. But the concept is novel, and I'm sure that you have patents on this machinery, and I mean, you're just doing something that they're not doing anywhere else, and I'm seeing results.
Yeah.
So
that's the key.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
The other day I was doing tornado kicks for them, and everyone was in stitches watching me. But I mean, I wouldn't have thought twice about doing that.
Right.
You know, being removed from an episode.